What's up, God's favorite family? I'm so happy you made it back to the channel because today would not have been the same without you. Hey, y'all. Okay, so today's verse is Mark 8:34 and 35. I'm reading off the tablet. So the verse says, "And calling the crowd to him with his disciples, he said to them, 'If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me,'" himself, herself. "For whoever would save his life, her life, will lose it. But whoever loses his or her life for my sake and the gospel's will save it." Okay, so I've seen this verse a million times, heard it a million times. But when I read it this time, the 35th verse is what stuck out to me. "For whoever will save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it." So when I hear that, I think that it's speaking to our choice, the choice that we have after coming into salvation, of whether we're going to stay in control of our own lives, or whether we're going to keep our hands on our own destiny, or do we give that control, give that power, give that authority over to Jesus, give that authority over to the Lord. So that's what that's speaking to me when it says, "For whoever would save his own life will lose it." So you, as powerful as we, as wise as we can be, as smart as we can be, as talented as we can be, we are human beings. So whoever would save his life will lose it. Eventually, you're going to come to a point in your humanness, in your just being a person, in your human nature. You're going to come to a point where the work is going to get too tight. It's going to get too tiring. It's going to get too hard, and you just won't be able to cope without that extra something, without that backup. And that's what that second part is speaking to. "But whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it." That's not a horrible thing. It's not horrible to give over your life to God, because unlike our human relationships, when we decide to give over that power to man, it could be a very dangerous thing, a very harmful thing to us, to our destinies. But when we decide to give that power over to the Lord, it's a totally different game, because he has all power. He has all authority over this life and the next. He knows our destiny. He knows what we're supposed to be doing. He knows what the end goal is better than we even do. So when we decide to give over our lives to the Lord and give him that trust, that is going to release an amount of blessings over our life that we probably would never see under our own power. You're amazing. You're powerful. You can create beautiful things in your life. But once you give your power and God's power a connect, then there's nothing that can stop you. And I think that's what that's talking about. And it's not saying that that road is going to be easy. Once you decide to give God that trust, give God that authority, that power over your life, that everything is going to be easy breezy. That's not what they're saying. Because listen to that first verse. "Calling the crowd with him, with his disciples, he said to them, 'If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross.'" You're going to have to deny yourself at some times. God's plan is not going to match up to our plan every single time. It's not going to be the things that we would like to see happen in that moment. It's not going to be the things that we necessarily believe that we should be doing at that moment. But if we trust God, then we'll deny ourselves, we'll deny our own intelligence and give our lives over to God's infinite wisdom. And taking up your cross, that's symbolizing burdens. Sometimes it's going to be hard work, sometimes it's going to be a heavy load to carry. But in the end, if you trust God and if you decide that you're going to give him that authority, that power over your life, he promises you that you're going to save your life. It may be hard sometimes, it may be difficult, you may have obstacles along the way, but in the end, you know that you're saving your life. You're saving your life, and you're doing the things that God has called you to do. God has put you on this earth to do. You're not just creating things out of your own mental capacity. You're not just creating things out of your own selfish desires, but your life is lined up to the will of God. And that's going to make you more powerful than you could ever imagine. It's going to bring way more blessings in your life than you could ever imagine. If we decide to give God that authority, give God that power, give God that trust, and see what God can do in our lives. So that's the scripture for today, guys. That's the breakdown for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I hope that your day is amazing. I hope that your week is going amazing, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Love you so. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.